Hello and welcome to My Pagan Pathworks. My name is Lisa and I am the founder of the channel. And today I would like to tell you a little bit about myself and why I started this Tarot Tuesday series. I've been seriously studying tarot for the last year, and I've discovered I really have an affinity for the cards. I've been flirting with them for a very long time, but I've really gotten serious in the last year trying to hone my skills and really kind of memorize the meanings so I could read for other people. So this series is about my discoveries and my insights into the cards as I have been studying them. And so in today's video, we are going to talk about the Two of Swords. So I hope you'll stay with me after the intro to learn about the Two of Swords. And if you're new to the channel, we invite you to like and subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Alright, welcome back. So before we start talking about the Two of Swords, I kind of want to tell you a little bit about my source material. Now, one of my favorite YouTube channels for tarot is Contemporary Tarot. I like the way she explains things. She also puts an explanation down in her description box that makes it a lot easier for quick reference if you're just doing research on a card. Now, the other I have some books that I use, and this is the Ultimate Guide to the Rider-Waite Tarot, and it's by Johannes Fiebig and Evelyn Berger. And the other book that I use is Tarot 101 by Kim Huggins. Now, this book has been the most invaluable book at helping me gain insight into the meaning of the cards. So I kind of thought, as we're starting out here, that I should tell you where I'm getting it. And also, one of the first source of information is also the books that come with the decks. Just about every deck that you purchase comes with a book of some form to tell you about what the cards mean. And so those little books are also helpful because it provides you with keywords. So let us get started on our discussion of the Two of Swords. So before we do that, we're going to recap on what the swords are. The Suite of Swords are about our communication skills, our intellect, and how we communicate. And let's see. Overall, the Two of Swords have a correlation, and this is all the twos really have a correlation with the Kabbalah tree of life. And the two Sephiroth is known as the Chakma. Sorry, I'm reading my notes. It means, what does it mean? It means wisdom. And that is the masculine principle of creation. And according to the Kabbalah, it takes the raw energy of the beginning, which is the Kether, and expands it. So it's about unity. And so the correlation here with the cards is that the twos expand on the energy that we found in the aces. And the twos also have a correlation in numerology. And for numerology, the twos represent duality, partnerships, and union. And we can use these two correspondences between the Kabbalah and numerology to help us give meaning to the cards when we're doing our readings. So the Two of Swords itself is a very interesting card. In my opinion, oh, I forgot to show you. Let me back up. So let me show you the Two of Swords before in the decks that I have. This is the Hanson Roberts. This is the Secrets of the Tarot. Let me back that one up because it's pretty big. Secrets of the Tarot. This is the Celtic tarot. This one is the Tarot Draconis. And this last one is the Rider, and the Rider is perhaps the oldest, most well-known deck out there. And so now that I've shown you that, I can get back to that. So to me, there is a correlation between the Two of Swords and the Justice card, in my own opinion. So because both of them are about decisions being made. With the Justice card, your eyes are wide open and you have all the facts that you need. With the Two of Swords, it's more like a blind decision. You don't have all the facts. And so I'm going to show you the two cards. And so the similarities here to me is in the balance in the scales. It is correlated by the lady's crossed arms. Now, in the Justice card, you have the Sword of Truth. In the Two of Swords, you have two Swords of Truth, really. And so, sometimes in the decks that I have, do not have this correlation. In some decks, the Justice figure is also blindfolded, but not all the decks even share this imagery. Case in point is the Tarot Draconis. It has its own for both of them. There's two swords in here, but as far as Justice is concerned, these cards do not share a correlation at all, or share imagery. So sometimes the cards depart from the traditional imagery altogether. But to me, I like to think, to a certain extent, the Justice card and the Two of Swords share meaning. But for this video, we're going to talk about the Two of Swords. Man, I lost my train of thought. So with the Two of Swords, when we're talking about meaning, with the Two of Swords, you have a balance between two difficult decisions, and that's represented by those two swords. It's a balance between two difficult choices, and you don't have all the answers for either choice. You have to weigh the decision based on the information that you have, and both choices could have a profound impact on the questioner, whoever's asking the question, whether it be yourself or a patron. It also can indicate a situation that's precariously balanced and you need a lot of diplomacy to get through it. And it also could indicate a situation where you really need to take that blindfold off and see things as they really are. So in the upright position, that is pretty much the meaning that I gather from the card. A choice needs to be made, and the sooner the better. With the Two of Swords, this is one of those rare cards where the meaning is almost identical, whether it's upright or reversed. When it's in reverse, it is stressing honesty above all other things, because somebody in this situation is not being completely honest and not telling the whole truth, especially in business dealings. So if this is a business related question, you need to make sure that your querent insists on complete honesty. balance. Balance is the key word for me for this card. It's a balance. And that's what relates it back to the Justice card to me, is because it's about balance. Things are precariously balanced here with this card. And both of them represent decisions that have to be made, and it's not something that you can really put off for another time. It's something that you've got to make right now. And so that pretty much sums up the meaning of the card for me. Is there's a decision that needs to be made, and there's a balance between two choices, and both of them are hard decisions. And so right now, what I'm going to talk about is the imagery on the card that itself, especially the Rider deck. I'm going to put the card close. You see that little white dot? Let me see. Little white dot right here in her forehead. Now, the white dot represents our third eye, according to the book, The Ultimate Guide to the Rider-Waite Tarot. In that book, they kind of explain this imagery, so I'm using this book as my reference point. So the blindfold represents the lack of prejudice in the upright and delusional thinking in reverse. The crossed arms are protecting the resting place of the soul, and all things come from here and return here. In the reverse, this can indicate blockages or limitations. And the color of the lady's dress is gray, indicating neutrality. The moon here can represent both our intuition and our moods. And these are all things that we can use to help jog our memory on the meaning of the cards, or assign deeper meaning to the card at hand. And also, I wanted to let you know, since we're pretty much done talking about the Two of Swords in tarot, that I'm not going to be doing any more oracle cards on these Tarot Tuesdays. I'm going to focus strictly on the tarot cards for right now, and I'll do a later series on those two separate oracle decks as time goes along. But right now, I'm really focusing on learning the tarot and sharing what I've learned with you as far as the tarot is concerned. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful to you and you gained some insight for your own practice. And as always, I invite you to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned. I try to upload every new videos every, I think this, let me check my schedule here. For my Pagan Pathwork channel, my video schedule right now is every Tuesday I will upload a new tarot video and a general video on Thursdays. So stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you hit the little bell so you get notifications. And thank you so much for your time and attention, and we appreciate you. And I hope you have a great day.